So
on.
Chaos, have you ever DJ with your tata before or no?
No.
What is going on here?
Got to get that. Got to make that happen.
Hey, he's retired.
No, there ain't no such thing as retired if your
out of
grandson
retirement.
is DJing.
He comes and watches me during whenever I play.
Hey, whenever we call him and tell him that he's DJing, he's there.
No, I know he's there, but I want to see. This is my daydream, like the Jackson 5 type of thing. 3 decks right there. The old man.
Hey,
that was not the intro.
We're live, ladies and gentlemen. But check this out.
No, that's Wildwood.
Yeah, I was like, wait a sec, this isn't the intro. Oh, they both came through as Wild One and Chaos. Ladies and gentlemen watching right now, we're having
why don't we just play the regular Chino Brother intro?
Okay, let's do that. Yeah, here we go. Here we go, guys.
Yo, what up? This your boy Mellow Man Ace El Padrino.
This your boy Chingo Bling.
My name is Questlove.
What's up? This is Method Man.
I'm 50 Cent.
Yo, what's up? This is Ice Cube. And you're checking out the Chino Brothers right here. Keep it locked. Peace.
Yeah, más bien con chinos cochinitos, bro. Los chinos cochinitos.
What's happening?
Oh, dude.
Things happen. You know what I'm saying? And it's just one of those weird things.
I mean, I'll say this. If everything on the show doesn't turn out like that, I'll be like, well, that's not so bad. So for those of you watching, me and Adley, we're wrapping up season 4. The Chinos Cochinos are done with season 4. This is our 4th season. And here's the thing. If y'all know somebody famous or somebody's a cool DJ that wants to be on the show, have them hit up Adley for season 5. We're going to be starting in 2 weeks.
Can't believe it. Season 5.
But
season 5 in 2 weeks.
I know season 5 is going to be dope. But what we wanted to do tonight was put together a clip show to show you guys the past, I don't know, however many months this season.
Just the highlights, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Which are highlights from season 5 or season 4. So that was that. What was your favorite part about season 4, Adley?
I just think overall we were stacked with the best guests ever. I mean, basically local celebrities, whether DJs. I mean, we had a comedian on there, whatever, or artists. And then we had some big names too, man. We had, big Mellow Man Ace came through for us. Greg Matt came through to do the show. I mean, these are huge names. And what's cool is that all these DJs we had, like Nocturnal, Raleigh D, Ace, I could go, the list goes on, were shared something with these big names like Greg Mack and Mellow Man Ace. So I think just overall, man, it was a great season. One of my favorite seasons so far. I can definitely say that. I
thought we had a great time. I'm a little disappointed that we didn't get to play that promo at the beginning, but that's all right.
Yeah.
I might not have sent the promo. I might have double sent the Wild.
I think that's what happened because what happened. Yeah, I think that's what happened.
You guys, so today we were putting together this promo for this video, and that's how come Adley's not in the promo, but I was telling him it took 13 minutes for me to make. I thought it looked fire. I hope you guys thought it looked fire. But let's walk through memory lane together. What do you say, Adley?
Let's do it.
All our guests from season 4. Now, here's the problem. Danny Hill, I did not make it into our clips list, and Chris Quinones did not make it. Yeah, he did not make it to our clips list as well. We had a real small time frame, guys, to produce this, so I apologize in advance. But the rest of these are going to be a lot of fun. You ready, Adley?
Yes, and real quick, too, nothing against Danny Hill or Chris Quinones, and you can see their whole videos at the Chino Brothers YouTube page. You can see all the episodes if you missed.
And all the midday getaways too. Yeah, and Danny Hill's actually in a midday getaway that we put on TikTok and we put on YouTube, and we got a ton of views on that one. But anyways, so let's get into this. Started off with our first guest of the season was P Fresh.
Fresh.
Do you remember what P Fresh's favorite line was to tell me, Adley, that would drive me nuts?
Was it the I guess the universe just didn't want it to happen.
Whatever it was, man. It was the universe's fault, bro.
I love that. And I've used that quote too. I was like, well, you know what? Baby mama, child support's late. I guess the universe just didn't want you. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. I always pay on time. Let's be real. But I like that, and I've used that.
I like
before.
that he uses it as an excuse to be lazy. That's what I like.
That's how it is.
But here's the thing. So like P Fresh, like the whole interview, I felt like was summed up in this like tiny clip that I pulled out. So the clip, so I'll give you some background on it. What happened was we were just talking about boxing, and you don't know a lot about boxing. So Redeem's there. What up, fellas?
What up, Redeem?
What up, Redeem?
Oh, we got highlights from your show too, man. Be ready.
So we don't so you don't know a lot about boxing. So I'm like, oh, where P Fresh is coming on, I could talk with him about boxing, because he's a Mexican kid from Bakersfield. All right, Adelaide, go ahead and play that clip for us.
All right,
sir.
Here we go. P Fresh.
All right, man. So P Fresh, you watch boxing or no?
Honestly, I'm gonna lean on Adelaide on this one. I mean, it's just I watch it, but I'm not really that much into it. You know what I mean?
Well, do you watch MMA?
The same thing. My friends, I get invited to my friend's house.
Do you watch pro wrestling? Are you one of those cats?
I used to. I really used to be a WWF fan before it was WWE fan.
But
right?
But are you talking about like when you were a kid, or are you talking about
No, yeah, definitely when I was a kid, for sure.
So like currently, you watch no combat sports. Is that what I'm to understand about you, P Fresh?
Combat would probably be leaning more towards like football or some kind of basketball or something.
No, I mean boxing or MMA. You watch no combat sports.
Not to say that I don't watch it. I do watch it. I get invited to my friend's house all the time, and we just shoot, just hang out, have a couple beers, and just hang out. But I mean, I'm not really a huge fan. Be like, oh, this fight's
P
coming
Fresh,
on.
are you really Mexican, or are you fooling us, dude? I don't understand this. What's going on around here? Like Adelaide, I understand, because all right, Adelaide, you're half Asian, so am I, but I grew up around Mexican people, and if there's one thing everybody, well, I don't know if everybody knows this, but everybody who grew up around Mexican people or are Mexican people love the fights, dude. Like every Mexican person I know loves the fights. Now, I guess that's stereotypical. Clearly, P Fresh doesn't like the fights, but every time we have, just about every guest I can talk to about the fights. That sums up the whole interview, bro.
Oh, that's so funny, dude. That's not, a Mexican not watching boxing. I feel like is like an Asian that doesn't gamble. You know what I mean?
That's a good racist analogy.
I'm Asian, dude. I get the itch sometimes. I'm like, yeah, let's go.
Well, here's the thing. It's not about the that. It's just like P Fresh. Like it's like, yeah. Sometimes I go to my friend's house, and I almost want to be like, do you guys do each other's nails or what, dude? Like, what are you doing? Like, God bless P Fresh, man. But I was like, bro, come on, man. Like, don't you have like a backbone? Didn't you watch Rocky? Didn't you see Rambo? Like, nothing inspires you, dude. So that
and I think the quote was, I get invited to my friend's house.
God bless P Fresh. I don't want to.
I love P Fresh.
Yeah, God bless P Fresh.
And we are doing a Play 103.9 reunion soon, so.
Yes,
and nobody else knows what that means, but me Fresh. There's a couple dudes, Mickey Rock and Drewski.
Yeah, exactly. Drewski. P Fresh and Oscar. P Fresh, Paco. P Fresh. I'm very proud of you for working at Amazon. But let's move on to our next guest in the season. So I have P Fresh first, and man, it was like pulling nails out of the ground to get this dude to answer some questions, bro. So I was like, oh man, I hope Adelaide knows some entertaining DJs, and you did not interrupt. You did not disappoint, because you know who we had on next?
Who did we have on next?
Can't sleep through the night because he's DJ Nocturnal.
Knock knock, who is it?
Exactly.
DJ Nocturnal.
Here's the thing about DJs, all you watching who are DJs, and hopefully you all are, and if you aren't, well then God bless you, and maybe someday you will be. We'll have a weird different story that all sounds alike. All of us. Like all of us have a different story. You agree with me, Adelaide?
Yes, absolutely. Yes. I think there's whether it's how you started out or how you got into it, whether you carried crates for somebody, then started doing like parties for cheap, maybe backyard parties, and $50 in beer.
By the time we were doing backyard boogies, you and I were in college, and we were doing them at our friends' like apartment complexes. Now, granted, it wasn't sanctioned by the state, and there wasn't a medical facility there. But it's like we were grown-ups and they were grown-ups and we were just DJing. I remember one time, though, this was really dope. And then we're gonna get into our friend Nocturnal, and I apologize everybody because I know you want to see him. I remember one time we were the Chino brothers. This was not a Too Strong thing. We were already on radio, and we were the Chino brothers, and we went over to Jefferson Commons and DJ'd at Martin's apartment.
Were we on the air and stuff then?
No, dude. Yeah, we were on the air. Like, we weren't on the air from Martin's apartment though, but like we were on the air. We were clubbing, like we were the big club act in Tucson. Yeah, and like Martin was just chilling. We're like, "Hey, bro, can we come over?" We're like, "Yeah, man." And we went over, and they had equipment. We just started DJing. And people were like, "Those are the guys on the radio."
Oh my gosh. I feel like I remember and it was upstairs and it was all college kids.
Yeah.
And college parties, the music was important, but the drinking was probably more important.
Absolutely.
So there was a lot of drinking and throwing up. But I was at the party where I had the mixer board and it had like the built-in microphone.
Yes.
You remember? I remember
Yes.
that. And all you DJs know, and others know that there's always somebody in the crowd that's all, "Yo, I rap," and you're like, "Yeah, it's cracking right now, dude. Not a good time. Come on, bro, let me rap." And then I think Martin was like, "Yo, that's a homie of a homie. Come on, can you let him spit?" And I'm like, "Dude, the microphone is built into the mixer. You can't move it. It was like a hard metal." And I was like, "I guess, dude." And the guy was like leaning over, like, "Nah, nah, nah, nah." And it couldn't move. And I was like, "Dude."
It was probably because like you'd put a platter on, and then you'd move out of the way, and I'd lean in and be like, "What?"
So you guys were sharing the mic?
No, so he saw that you and I could share the mic.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So he was like, "Oh, well, if that other Chinese guy can do that, well, guess what I can do?" And it's like, bro, this Chinese guy's mad ill on this microphone.
Right?
I'm mad nice on this dude. I know I make it look easy, but you are fooling yourself. But let's get down to business here, man. We all have our house party stories, and my favorite house party stories I've ever heard from my life are from DJ Nocturnal. And if you guys have not heard this yet, then you are missing out, and watch the Nocturnal episode. I think it's episode 2. But Nocturnal explains to us when he was doing house parties, and it was 2007, 2009. Now, remember this, folks. This is during the housing crash in Bakersfield when there were a bunch of foreclosed houses. Yeah, a bunch of foreclosed houses. All right, that's what I'll leave the clip into. And Adley, you want to play the clip?
All right, DJ Nocturnal.
These people started getting desperate on where to have parties at, and they would break into like for sale houses or foreclosed houses.
Holy God, this sounds like a teen movie.
Yeah, so they'll break in, then they would have a party, and it became popular. Like it was happening almost every weekend. So I got booked for a party like that, and I mean, back then it was. I mean, now you're a little bit more wiser. You know, you get a contract and you have kind of somebody's liable. Back then it was like a teenager breaking into this house, and you're just like, they're like, "How much?" You're like, "Oh no, give me $100." And then you show up, and then sometimes you would get stiffed. You know what I mean? If they didn't give you the money right away, you would get jacked. So
you're like, "Man, this is a nice house, man. I'm gonna get paid."
Why are you guys smashing the windows?
Yeah. So we're
Why are you peeing in the carpet, man?
We're in this house. We're in this house, right? And I think it's just normal. Like somebody moved out, and I'm like, "Damn, this house is empty."
Furniture.
So I parked my car. Well, it's my mom's car. I park it in the garage. I park it in the garage, and I unload all my equipment, and then we start DJing, and then somebody runs inside. They're like, "Hey, the neighbors called the cops." So I'm like, "Oh shit, the cops are coming." So we start packing everything up, right? I break everything down. I load it into the car. I'm about to get into the car, and I open the garage, and then boom, here comes like 10 police. And then they come in, they at gunpoint, and they slam everybody. Whoever is in there, they slam you, whatever. They do all kinds of crazy stuff. And then what happened? So I get handcuffed, right? And I get
man. Can we get let's get a little context to this story real quick. Was it a white neighborhood?
Probably, yeah.
I was gonna say it was in a fancy neighborhood.
All right, hold on.
Yeah.
Were all the kids at that house party? Were they from your neighborhood?
Probably, yeah.
All right, hold on, not done yet. Were said kids also Mexican?
Who?
Or were the rest of the kids with you also Mexican?
Everybody was Mexican and black.
Okay, now do you understand the story where they're pulling straps, Adley? Like it's not like his uncles has to pull straps.
We were racially profiled.
Yeah, man, 100%, dude. Come on.
us knocking down the for sale sign and breaking in.
So I had no idea that was.
Oh my
Dude,
gosh,
so-
dude, that's so funny.
Wasn't that a great story?
That's awesome.
That was such a
Holy
great
crap.
story. Like the thing about our show is like every show you'll get one like just superb story where you're like, oh my gosh. And then the next thing that's cool about the Chino brothers that I'm noticing is this. The episode's either like a really funny episode with like a nocturnal or ill flow, or it's like heartwarming.
Yeah. Yeah, we've
know what
had
I mean?
those too. Yeah, you're right about that. Oh yeah, definitely. So good, man. And then Nocturnal, what was it? Because we had Noe G on too. Wasn't Noe G one of the ones that hired him?
Don't worry. We got
Oh,
all kinds of stories tonight, dude. Come on, bro. We came to please, man. We got an audience. We got audience. We got stories.
Nice.
So, like I said, every once in a while you get a heartbreaker on there. You know, you hear the good champion story, right? So I remember Adlai tells me, yo, bro, we're gonna get this cat on. His name's Louis V. I'm like, all right, cool. And he was like, dude, he DJ'd at where did he DJ at, Adlai?
Was this you mean Raleigh D?
No, it was Louis V.
Louis V? Was he the LA guy or the Guam guy?
No, LA. But he Pacific Palisades? Was that where he DJ'd?
Florentine Gardens.
Florentine Gardens. That was it.
Florentine Gardens.
Yeah, so Adlai goes like this. Adlai goes like this. Yo, dude, we're getting this cat on Louis V. I'm like, all right, cool. He goes, he DJ'd at Florentine Gardens. And I was like, whoa! Like, dude, telling us you've DJ'd at Florentine Gardens is like, that's like you're on Howard Stern, or you are Howard Stern. But anyways, So getting back to what I'm saying. So Louis V, like, he was coming on, and all I was thinking was I wanted to talk about all these clubs in the 90s, and he had all these dope gigs. And he's like, yeah, I did house. And I'm like, oh no. So then like he started telling us all about like what was that dude's name? Art of Noise and
right.
The other guy, I can't remember. But anyways, all that being said, the for me the heartwarming thing was when he told us about how he got on radio. And like he just met Danny P, and like Danny P just provided his dream for him. So that was the clip I had. This is a heartwarming clip right here, Adlai. You ready for it?
Yes, do it. Louis V.
Yep.
So I used to work two jobs. I used to work my full-time gig because for the city of Pasadena, and then I part-time I used to work at a laboratory. We would go pick up blood specimens and stuff from Bakersfield. That was my route. I would go to Bakersfield, Lancaster, and then come back to Burbank. So I would tune into the station. I heard the morning show a few times. Then a couple times I heard the Saturday night show, and I was like, oh, hey, this is a pretty cool station. We don't have much old school over here in LA, so I was like, hey, something different, more of my style. So I started, when Danny P back in the days on Facebook, when he would go live, I would always comment on his stuff, and we just started a report like that. We just started, chit chatting, give me the shout outs and whatnot. And then finally, he actually inboxed me, and he was like, hey, he goes, how you doing? And I'm like, oh snap, this is the dude from the radio. Wow, he's reaching out to me. And I was like, okay, cool. So we started talking. He ended up DJing a gig over here in Burbank, and actually that's when I met up with them. And ever since then, we just became family, man. I mean, both of our families, we go to Disneyland together.
Oh wow, that's nice.
Yeah, truly, his family and my family clicked very good, very good.
I'm a little jealous. Actually. So, yeah, Danny's never invited me to Disneyland.
All right, so that I felt like that was really heartwarming. That was really cool. Now here's the next thing about DJs we're learning, Adlai. We all know criminals. Every one of us.
Yeah.
Tell me about some criminals you've known, Adlai.
Just thinking about back at the Rock in Tucson, in Arizona, when we were out there. The Rock was the spot, notorious for some questionable individuals. We'll say that. I don't want to step on your story if you're thinking the same
Nope.
thing, but I just do know this. It was a club, and we'd be getting down, it'd be cracking, it'd be packed and everything, and then something would pop off, and then there'd be a fight, and then we were there for the shooting.
Yeah.
when the guy got shot outside. I mean, in a weird way, thank goodness. But he got shot outside, and we were there till about 3, 4 in the morning because the cops had to come and question everybody and do the whole investigation. But yeah, part of the DJ life, the club scene, and all that, you're gonna know some shady people.
Dude, the shadiest person I think I knew was Metro Stevie, dude. That dude, he owned the Metro and the flower store.
Yes.
Remember he did that commercial? He did this commercial on Hot 98.3. I did not sell cocaine to get that money. The Tucson police came down to Roses and more. It's like, bro, who's going to want to buy flowers from this lunatic? Clearly on cocaine.
Oh, my gosh.
But of all the criminals out there and all the DJ stories about the criminals, I never heard one like Raleigh D's. Raleigh D had the best criminal DJ story. Adley, you got that clip?
Yeah, locked and loaded.
Why don't you play this for the people?
All right, Raleigh D.
So he had a friend that was working there that decided that he was going to open his own club there in Guam. So called Sid and said, hey, you and a partner want to come out, for a 6-month contract. I'll fly you out your records. I'll pay for everything for the trip. Put you up for in a condo for 4 months. And so Sid was like, yeah, it calls me and Raleigh, you want to go?
No, maybe I'm 25, 26.
I got you. I'm trying to figure out if you have commitments, you know what I mean? If you have kids, things like that. Like I'm trying to do the math on that. Because if you're fancy free at 25, no wife, no kids, yeah, I'm going to Guam. But if I have a wife, now I got to start doing some math.
Let's go, bro. We can go live in Guam for half a year, hang out, DJ. Everything's paid for, and you're getting paid to DJ on top of it.
Yes.
Oh, dude, I would be
living the life, dude.
I would be there.
So there's a story too behind that. We do a promotion on a radio station. Sid and I go mix live on the radio station promoting the nightclub. So the big nightclub of the island hears us and they're like, hey, these guys could potentially be competition to us. So they want to meet with Sid and I.
I love these stories.
Yeah, they want to meet with Sid and I. So Sid and I were like, let's hold on because this guy paid for us. Let's show some loyalty. So as time goes on, like a couple of days, the owner of the guy that sent us out there, he asked Sid and I, hey man, can you guys wire some money for me? I got to buy some more equipment. So you kind of have an idea of what was going on.
Oh boy.
The guy was wiring money for drugs.
Oh man!
So, yes. So Sid and I were doing the wiring. We asked him. We're like, after like the second time, we're like, dude, are you doing anything shady? Because we don't want to be caught up. No. I'm just getting equipment. Blah blah blah.
So you start smelling it, huh? You're like, I don't know what's going on, but something's going on. I got you.
Yeah. So 2 weeks later, FBI rolls up.
Oh no! You were still there.
Yeah. They swoop him up, a couple other people, and apparently this is what we heard, that the FBI was looking at us too, but we had no involvement. We didn't know anything because they would hear our conversations with family here back in the States, and we never had any conversations that were, with anything drug related or whatnot.
They're tapping your phone?
Yeah.
Think about it, bro. DJs usually are scumbags. Raleigh D, after he got locked up, he hung out with the Square crew. So they're like, yeah, man, we have loyal girlfriends. We go to the mall. We don't do weird after parties. You're never gonna see us in odd. You know what I mean? Where you and I, it's like, oh, thank God there was no Facebook back then. Like,
oh God, yes, yeah. Anything, Instagram, no MySpace either.
Okay, so you didn't get caught up with this cat. This is nuts, dude. This is like a TV show.
Crazy.
Yeah. So you didn't get caught up with this cat. FBI shows up, straps out everything, and they're greasing you guys. They got you in the room, give it like with the lamp and stuff.
No. We didn't even go in. They didn't bother us.
Oh, that would have been sweet.
yeah, that would have been.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't that a great story?
That's intense, dude. That is, crazy. Yeah. When you say DJs, scumbags or whatever, it's just, there's some really shady ongoings, if you will.
I mean, it's the Chino brothers, dude. Where do you hear stories like this?
Oh my gosh, dude. I was into it. I was waiting for dude. I was like, then what happened? And I was like, oh wait, we're just doing clips. We've been
having a blast for the past year, man. This is a great time. And it hasn't even been a year. This season has not been a year. That's the crazy part. It seems like a year. Chino
my
Brother
gosh.
time moves slow, huh?
Sometimes it feels like it. Yeah, sometimes.
It seems like we've been doing this for 9 years. We're doing it a year and a half.
Yeah, it's been. Yeah, yep.
All right,
my
so
God.
here's another thing that DJs do. We like to clown with each other, and depending on where you ring on the DJ ladder, you can clown back. So like if you're closer to a program director, you can't really clown that much because you got to be real, nervous about how you say things and whatnot. So me and Adley, I don't know why, but for some reason we got on this R. Kelly kick for the past season, probably past 2 seasons. All we keep thinking about is it okay to listen to R. Kelly? Is it okay to play R. Kelly? And we would ask people that kind of clowning around just to like see, what their response would be. And the more responsible person would kind of shy away from those questions. I'll do that to Danny too, to Danny P. I'll be like, hey man, what do you think of this? And he'll be like, oh, and he'll, duck right around it. But we had Greg Mack on, and I'm like, this is literally my hero. This is literally like the person, this is the most important person that's ever done radio. But I wanted to see how good of a DJ I was to see if I could slip us screwing around with the best DJ I've ever seen in my life. So I'm thinking in my mind, I've got to slip this R. Kelly thing in here and see if I can get Greg Mack to slip. You want to play that Greg Mack clip for us?
All right, here we go, Greg Mack.
Oh, okay, never mind. I was gonna say Zapp and Roger or R. Kelly. Who would you have to cut one of the two of them out of your ears for the rest of your life?
I think that's an obvious.
Besides the drama, though, if there was no drama,
I'm getting rid of R.
R. Kelly made some good music.
I know, dude, but I can't live without that Roger sound, homeboy. I can't do it.
And you talk Roger Zapp too. You're talking hip hop too, because a lot of West Coast used a lot of Zapp and Roger, man. 100%. And so that's some East Coast too used it too. So man, that's amazing. And this is in Houston still.
I know, that's nuts. See, do you see how like the really well-trained professionals just duck the question? They don't want to have nothing to do with something controversial.
Yeah, I thought his camera froze, but no, it was him like, I am not saying anything.
Oh yeah.
I'm not saying a word.
I was trying my hardest too. I was like, how am I gonna get this R. Kelly conversation going?
I was telling myself right now to shut up. I'm like, Adley, shut up, let him answer. Shut up, let him answer. But he's that's smooth, man, because I mean, that's why a dude stays around so long. Because he doesn't get caught up in anything. And I think even now, I still live with that. Like, I don't want to offend anybody or say the wrong thing on it. Even like if it's not meant in a malicious way, I just don't want to offend.
That's how come you're supposed to have a host and a producer. Because the host is the nice guy, but the producer is the wise apple.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Wait, which one are you?
I haven't figured it out yet. All right, so speaking of which, I always try to pull as much out of a guest as I can, but I feel like I understand the line and I can skate as tight as I can. What do you say about that, Adley?
You do a really good job, and there's times when I get nervous watching you ask questions like, "Oh, dude, don't go there, Mike. Don't go there." And then it's like, "Ooh, he went there, but without really pushing it over the edge."
So I have gone over the edge with our previous guest when I asked him if Rico Suave was a punk, but that was just like a clown question, just to be funny, and he thought it was a gotcha question. But for some reason, I kept digging, and I was like, man, I'm gonna get this guy to say something on this podcast that's a little auspicious. So Mellow Man Ace, and also I was trying to see if I could test our chops. I'm like, can we stay up with a celebrity? So Mellow Man Ace rats out his management team on the Chino brothers.
All right, here's a clip.
Look, when you think about the fact that my manager was Maury Alexander, who was business partners with Jerry Heller, who handled NWA, and we all know how that happened. The only thing you haven't seen is the story on Maury Alexander.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Okay. Maury Alexander handled the Latino groups, me, Kid Frost, and Booyah Tribe, which was Samoan.
Yep.
And Jerry had the black rappers, all of NWA, whoever else he had over there. And that's how they were in different buildings. We were on Sunset. I think Jerry was on the other side of town, but they kept it divided, right? They kept it divided so that certain artists wouldn't talk to others about the issues and problems going on within the management company. It's very strategic, these devils, how they did it. You know, and Maury was a Chicago gangster from way back. You know, this is the man, elder gentleman, but he started his business meeting by putting a revolver on the table.
Holy cow.
You know what I mean? And we'll try to scare you into signing messed up contracts and things of that nature with this philosophy. This is old hustle. This is old hustle.
Yeah.
You understand? This is for early music industry tactic used in the 90s. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so when you think about it like that, I might have got for, right? Instead of just having my homies in the hood handle that problem for me.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We could have made him disappear, bro. We could have made him disappear. Let's be clear.
Nuts.
And I hold no holds barred, just keeping it 1,000 with you.
That's nuts.
Yeah. Because when you signed, and Mike, you talked about this in the green room too. When you signed your first deal, or when you did your first record, it was $2,000.
$2,000. That's it.
And how much money have you made for these companies? And you know what I'm saying? And I'm just, you don't have to throw a number, but I'm saying, $2,000 when you're 19, 20 years old, back in the 90s, even late 80s, you're like, $2,000's a lot of freaking money. You know, if you're not.
Oh, you know what? I cut that one just a little short because you said if you're not used to it, and he goes, "That was the most money I've ever seen in my life." At that point,
well, yeah,
I shouldn't have cut it. I should have cut it just a little.
That's
longer.
intense, dude. I got chills watching that one, man. Oh my gosh, dude, that was a great interview.
Do you think he gave me that juice because he was so angry that he was like, "I'm going to tell you how hard I am, so you stop asking me these tough questions," or do you think he was just like, "Oh, that guy slipped the jab and I didn't see it coming," and boom, gave us that bomb ass answer? How do you think that one worked?
I felt like Mellow Man Ace, once we were into it, he was an open book. I felt like, you know what I'm saying? He was
felt
down
like I
to
screwed
share.
up with the Rico Suave thing, though.
Well, dude, and then to go back too. Remember, we're like, hey man, remember we used to boost, and he's all, what? That was like the first question. What you mean boosted? And we're like, you talked about, stealing stuff and
he was
selling
talking
it.
about being a booster, and then he's like, I didn't say that. I wonder if sometimes people make up stories for podcasts and forget they're being recorded. I don't know. God bless you, Mello, though. You're a great interview, and we hope to have you back on. And and it got a ton of views for us on the Midday Getaway, where you told the story about the Beast Boys.
That was great.
Which also was dope. And
Ace,
if you guys want to see that one, go to our YouTube page. We got some really dope chopped up clips of not only Mellow Man Ace, but Greg Mack talking about hanging out with Prince.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was great.
But if there's one thing I can tell you, Adlai, it's that people do not respect the value of a DJ. Do you agree with me on this?
Yes, definitely. Yes.
They're always trying to underpay a DJ. Oh, free beer. And there's going to be chicks there. There's going to be strippers there. Well, then that means there's going to be a ton of dudes there and 4 chicks. I don't want to go to that party, homeboy. See you later. You know what I'm talking about? How cheap these people are when it comes to DJ. Tell me a cheap one. Do you have a cheap one to mind?
We always dealt with it, dude. And even we're talking about consultations for weddings and formals and stuff too. And I finally, after a while, I was like, you know what? If I'm doing a wedding, that's where the good money's at, right? And I'm like, am I a fan? I mean, clubs are always funner, but there's not a lot of money, not as much money in clubs as there's in like weddings and corporate events and, all this upscale stuff. So I'm all right, I got to start doing consultations. So I'd write out something and be like, okay, let's make sure we do the money dance or make sure we do, cut the cake, whatever. And I remember talking to a couple. Drewski went with me, as a matter of fact, and we met at the mall at the indoor swap meet. And they're like, yeah. I'm all like, look, man, it's like $100 an hour, or whatever it was at the time, so it's like $600 for the night. And the girl looked at me like, I can get my cousin to do it for $150. And me and Drewski were just like, well, you know what? Get your cousin, man, because I can't do it for that cheap, man. I can't. It's just not worth it. And they kind of got mad at us, like I can't believe you would say that you're gonna charge that. And I was like, man, shop around. When your cousin rolls up with an iPad and a boom box, have fun. I mean, I don't know what to tell you, man. Oh my gosh, dude.
He's got one of those beats, one of those big giant beats, though. Makes lots of noise, dude.
They are loud. Those are
pretty
loud.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you got a room full of 400 people, man,
I don't know. I've never tried it, but I will say when it comes to talking about cheap DJs or trying to pay DJs cheap, DJ Ace knows all about it. So we had a conversation. DJ Ace was clowning along with us, making fun of cheap people trying to underpay DJs. Adley, you got that clip?
Yeah, let's roll it. DJ Ace.
I was getting, if you can get $150, man, I mean, if you're working as a cook, you're making $36.15 a night, and you need to work 6 days a week to get that check. So if I can get off early and go DJ and go make a couple $100, I'm happy.
Yeah, that's cheap for a DJ too. If they can get you for $150, like they'll be happy to pay you $150.
Hold on, you got people right now who are trying to give DJs $150. Let me take my glasses off, bro.
They need to dig deeper in that pocket, bro, or they better be looking for them new jacks.
They have no idea that the DJ is basically 60% of your party. Like,
I think it's more than 60%.
I think it's low. Yeah, I think it's low. Dude, I had a
it is low, but
someone hit me up too. They're like, "Hey man, I need a DJ. It's a wedding. It's like 3 hours or whatever." Yeah. And I'm all, "What's the budget?" He's 150, and I'm all, "150 an hour. That's like 450." Yeah. I was like, a bit, I could probably round up somebody or whatever. That's so it's 150 an hour, right? He's all, "No, that's for the night." And I was like, "Dude, good luck." I was like, "Good luck, man."
You better start looking in the high school. You better go to the high school, man. You better look at the quad of the high school. Hopefully they're still doing that thing like we did when we were young. If they ain't doing that thing no more, you ain't gonna find them. Yep.
And let's see. Hold on. We got a couple comments too. Lisa, hey, I'm late. Sorry. How's it going? You can never be late. Set your notifications.
That's it.
Just kidding. DJ Doc, show what it do. I started off as a $50 to DJ, and then Lisa is DJ Doc's wife, so she says not anymore.
$50, dude. What an insult! It's like I have to carry this equipment. Like that's not worth something.
Yeah, and even back in the day of records and CDs and all that stuff, you had to get that music. Granted, I guess when CDs came out, you could get it illegally. But dude, there's still a huge cost going into your turntables and speakers and lights and experience. You can't buy experience. You know what I mean? Knowing how to rock a party.
I've got $75 for you, sir. All right, so one thing that is a theme that isn't brought up very often on the Chino Brothers, but it's true, is that this isn't like a Kirk Cameron Christian show, but we don't curse. We're Christian, and we pray before every show. But what we found out as this is going on is that most of our friends who are DJs are Christian. And so we talked about that, and we talked about it with a good friend of ours who's actually a pastor, DJ Redeemed. You want to play that one there, Adley?
Yeah, here we go.
Here's a fact a lot of people that know me do know is I'm an ordained minister.
We knew that.
So,
right.
So, and from the gate, instead of going back to my old name when I was DJing, I said, I'm going to keep Redeemed, because that in there is a testimony.
Yeah. Well, hold on real quick. Before I even met you, when I met Wifey and she talked about you and like I just heard about your guys' relationship, I knew you were a believer. I knew it right away. And then because of your name also. And so then that when we first met you guys and when we had you on, I wanted you to tell us your testimony. And so I kept tricking you into telling me your testimony. But anyways, go on. I apologize.
No, it's fine. As you were saying, you guys pray before every show. When we go out as a family to eat, we pray over our food. We don't care who's sitting there, who's staring, who's not. We lock up hands and we bless the food.
You guys go old school with it, huh?
Oh yeah, we go old.
Telling a sermon while you're holding hands and
man, we go, okay, let's be Victory Outreach right now. And
you want to watch some cars? You want to watch some cars afterwards?
Man, I go outside.
That's right, Victory Outreach, the car wash.
Come on, guys, car wash. It's good to bring that up. And those of us that are believers, we're taught that you should speak on it. You should be an example. So of course, speak on it, show it.
Redeemed OG.
Now, isn't this like, so haven't you seen the pattern here where one episode's super funny and we're just can't stop laughing and one episode's like heartwarming? Are you seeing this pattern?
Yeah, definitely seeing that too. And the crazy part is too, there's some heartwarming stuff, But then Redeemed will be a funny dude.
Oh yeah, he's a great dude.
Do some funny stuff too. So yeah, you're getting the best of all of it. I mean, DJing, dude, being this
so much fun,
in the game
dude.
for this long,
dude, and we get to
it's
talk
a
to all these
lifestyle.
cool guys, man. Like all these dudes are so cool. Every one of them has been nothing but cool. It's like we hang out with the Fonz. It's like, yo, we get to hang out with the Fonz, yo. You know what I mean?
Yes, absolutely. And you know, with the lifestyle like that, it is. I mean, you still deal with life problems. You know what I'm saying? You still, you know, have kids. You still deal with the relationships. You still deal with bills. You know, so I mean, it's like
awesome.
it's life.
I know,
you know what I mean?
that's why
we all deal with it.
But it's life for a magician, essentially, or better yet, a superhero. Remember in season 1 when I came to the conclusion that only DJs and superheroes get to change their name, and neither of them get shot? Remember when I said that? Remember when I said that?
I do remember that. Yeah.
Unfortunately, I was wrong. I had never heard of a story of a DJ getting shot before, but we know one now, and that would be Mr. DJ Drask. Adley, would you like to let these people know how it happened by playing them a clip?
Yes, here we go. DJ Drask.
And that's the first party that we did that got shot up. And I actually got, I didn't even know this, but I had got shot in the leg.
Oh, it was at a strip club?
No. It was at a house. It was a house party.
Oh, I thought you were telling Adley you remember the strip club.
No, the street. It was on the east side. The neighborhood was called the Galon.
Okay.
Okay. Wait, you got shot in the leg?
I got shot in the leg because they shot up the party. We didn't even,
sucks.
We're getting all our equipment, and I remember Ed said, "Hey, your freaking leg is all full of freaking blood." Well, damn, who got blood on you? I picked up my leg, and my leg's bleeding. I had a bullet in my leg. Actually, ended up going to the hospital, and the bullet they couldn't take it out because it got punctured in my bone. So I still actually have the bullet in my leg.
Oh my god!
You set off metal detectors?
Yeah, when I go to the airport, yes.
Now, folks, if you come on the Chino Brothers, that's why you have to have high-speed internet and a good headset.
I was going to bring that up too. I was like, is that just my side? Nope.
No, but that was the wildest story. And the funniest part about that story is how neither of us caught up that he got shot in the leg for like 7 seconds. He's like, so I got shot in the leg. And he keeps talking to you. Wait, you got shot in the leg? That's my favorite part of that clip.
Oh my gosh, DJ Drask. That's dedication to the DJ life, man. Taking a bullet for the gig. It's like, dang.
I'm telling you, man, when you're a DJ, some DJs are like us. Some DJs are those just like cool DJs that like hang out with Jurassic 5. Do you agree with me?
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
And I would put Ill Flow in that category. Like Ill Flow is one of those people where it's like, hey, what'd you do? And it's like, oh yeah, I had pizza with Tribe Called Quest. Well, the living members of Tribe Called Quest.
Right.
What? Is like you didn't hear about that pizza lunch? No, I didn't know about that. Well, you had to scratch up this certain lottery ticket. But doesn't Ill Flow have them kind of stories?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Ill Flow's great.
Here is one of them. Adley, you want to play a crazy soundbite from our friend Ill Flow?
Yeah, here we go.
Pass.
I can see that.
Rakim has been running around with DJ Jazzy Jeff on tour. And Jeff has been his. In fact, I was mad because the other day I had to make a choice between going to see Jazzy Jeff and Rakim and DJ Quick, or going to go see going to this Red Bull Culture Class event I went to, and I ended up going to the Culture Class.
Why did you do that?
Because we had already made plans to do that, me and my partner, and sure enough, me and my partner now going
to the Rakim show. That's how it goes. Me and my partner.
He told me about the venue. He's like, man, that venue is just busted, bro. I don't know all the type of people to go. I was like,
what venue was it?
I think you said the Novo Theater or something like that.
It's not very big.
I don't care. I get to see Jazzy Jeff and Rakim.
I had just seen Jeff, so I wasn't tripping. But
I'm glad
I'm glad we went to the Culture Class because that
God bless you.
That was something.
God bless you for saying.
Who performed at the Culture Clash?
Well, the Culture Clash was a DJ battle, but
not
so much a DJ battle. It was more like a DJ crew battle. So they had. It was in the.
I'm still torn.
Right. Well, let me finish.
It sounds good though.
Let me tell you though how they had this. So it was inspiring, made me even want to do this event. So what it was is like Red Bull threw this event, 4 different crews. One was the Do Over crew. and it was a lot of Latin crews. Like it was 4 crews, and each crew had their own stage in the corner of the shrine, and LA Shrine, right? The hall.
Oh, wow.
So bam, 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 and each round the crowd has to participate, and the louder the crowd is, they win the round. So the DJ's got to bring it. Wow, what ended up happening was during the 3rd round, everybody brought out like one person brought out Becky G, the other person brought out Cypress Hill, another group brought out freaking Nina Sky, the other person brought out Cholo Fit, other guy brought out freaking Exhibit.
Oh, because they were trying to battle. I got
you know, so the element of
that was pretty
surprise
good. Yeah, that was nice.
awesome.
That was nice.
And
I don't know.
here's
That's
when
good because Exhibit does well for me.
Ooh,
Yeah, I love
killed
Exhibit.
it. He only did 3 songs, but he killed it.
I know, but it's hard, right? Because I still love Rakim, and I never seen Rakim.
Different eras.
And I love Quick. And
Quick comes
Manuel
through
G told
often.
us, yeah. So yeah, if you guys have opportunity to see Quick more often, I like your idea. I'll say this much: don't you want to party with Illflow, Adley?
Yeah, I got to come through McMurphy's,
This
man.
dude
I'm
parties
an
like
old
a
man though. That's the problem,
19-year-old.
dude.
Yeah, dude. Remember, I kept telling him, "Oh, next time I'm in Bakersfield, we're gonna party." I was lying, folks. I will never party with that dude. Later on, he told us about how he did mushrooms for the first time on a yacht. I was like, "Oh my god,
Dude!" Yeah, because I was lying through my teeth too. I was like, "Yeah, we'll come to the club," but I'm thinking in my mind, I'm like, "I'm scared as hell, man. This guy's gonna party like 48 straight hours, dude." There's no way
dude.
I can.
No. If
there's
we're
no
going
way
to the
I can
club,
hang,
it'd be one
man.
of those like we'll have a highball at the club. You know what I mean? Like, don't have a beer, have something the old men drink, bro. You know
An
what I'm saying?
old fashioned.
Yeah. You get an old fashioned, I'll get a highball. Like bartender don't even know how to make them.
Dude, and those are those nights where you're like, man, it's 10:30. All right, I'm gonna sneak out and not say bye.
Yeah, but
and then people are pissed the next day.
We wear collared shirts. No, we wear collared shirts. We order a highball. Look like old men because old men get away with it, bro. You can leave early. You just pretend like you're playing golf tomorrow or something.
We'll get some sunglasses that got the gold framed sunglasses and just wear them.
You can't dress like young people.
Pinky
Look at
ring.
the Chino brothers.
Yeah, but Illflow, respect though, man. But yeah, partying with you scares me.
I know, dude. It's I don't know, dude. It'd be the beginning of the party, just so I could hang out with Dose and Illflow because they're always together because they're in that crew.
Ooh, yeah, that'd be a wild night. Oh my gosh,
dude, who else is in their crew?
Gosh.
I wonder if the rest of the guys in their crew are wild too.
I don't know. Someone put in the comments too. Illflow and Dos Muchos. Who do they roll with too? And it's just like, man, that's got to be
who's their crew. Like
you're gonna forget that night. You won't remember.
Okay, so I feel like our crew was like the weirdest DJ crew ever. Now that I'm looking at a picture in my mind of what we looked like, just like two fat white guys, 2 Asian guys, fat Mexican dude, and a like Latino-ish white dude. You look like Sugar Ray.
Ecuadorian.
Yeah.
Ecuadorian, yeah, that's true. Very diverse, though.
Yes, that was okay. It was like it was like a TV commercial. You know what I mean?
A Benetton ad.
Yeah, and then like the girls that hung out with us were Native American. It was like, hey man, we have to be very inclusive. But DJ crews are very important. That's my point.
Yeah.
And I want to hear about DJ Rec that we just had on, and have him tell us about his DJ crew. Adley, would you like to play that?
Yes, here we go.
Were you ever in a DJ crew?
I was in like 4 at one time.
4 at one time? How does that work?
Yeah. Because nobody was getting really paid, so you can say you were part of a crew and it just worked. You do gigs and nobody was getting paid, so I was like, oh yeah, I'm part of that crew, and then you're like, well, maybe this crew will make me money, and yeah, it was. Man,
we never thought about that scam, Adley.
See. And shout out to my boy George. That was one of the crews right
Bombastic
there.
Son was one of the crews.
DJs.
Oh, I thought it was Bombastic Son. Bombastic.
Yeah,
DJs. Our crew was called Too Strong.
Because we were in Tucson, so it was kind of a play on that. Too Strong.
So it was a TU?
Too Strong, yeah.
It was
But TO was how you spelled Too Strong.
Yeah, I still have the T-shirt. Too Strong, and then our magazine that we put out was called Too Strong and Poppin'. But like we were a brotherhood of losers, bro.
Oh, that's Uncle Dwight out in Lebec. What's up, Uncle Dwight? Some salty story.
Salty. What were you salty about, Adley?
That actually, Uncle Dwight came to visit me while I was living in a box. I don't know if you remember that promotion, DJ Rec.
Oh my god!
We lived in me and Mickey Rock lived in a box over at the
Shout out to Mickey Rock.
Valley Plaza in the parking lot. Yeah.
Yeah, but wasn't it super hot? That's what Mickey said. He was
that just gave Mickey an excuse to take his clothes off. That's all that was. It's hot in here. You're not hot, D-Lane? Taking my clothes off. Dude.
You can take your bottoms off.
That's hilarious.
Oh, but anyways, talking about DJ.
Come on, Rack. Hold on. We're talking about your unloyalty to the crew. So there wasn't one crew that like you started with your band of brothers that you would smoke pot with.
Well,
or
no,
drink
actually,
too much, or?
To be honest, my first like group of friends or crew was George was in it. It was him, my boy DJ Progress, and Mr. Groove.
Okay.
We were in a crew, but we didn't have a name. We would just do parties and.
Dude, here's the thing. We need to get Mr. Groove on here. We need
George.
all these people. Yeah, all these people that everybody's talking about. I want to get them on here and hear their side of the story, their version.
Yes, because we got to get a whiteboard. I'm getting a hold. Yeah, and even then too, can we just throw this out there? If you've got somebody you think we should have on the Chino Brothers, put it in the comments too, because I've gotten suggestions from people and they're like, "You got to get this dude," and we've brought him on.
Dude, I want to get Afro Man. If anybody can get us to Afro Man, please. Anybody can get us to Afro Man to interview Afro Man. That would be the dopest. So if anybody knows, dude, you know what we got to find. I bet you could find this pretty easy. His road agent.
Is it
or his road manager?
Okay,
or his promoter, like Andy. Remember Andy?
Yes. Oh man, that was a good one too, man.
That was a good one, but that was a long time ago. Now we're gonna end this Chino Brothers episode with Noe G. And my favorite story from Noe G. Now, Noe G had a lot of great stories and a lot of great Bakersfield stories, but my favorite stories were his jail stories. And my favorite jail story of his jail stories was that he won a prize. Do you remember this, Adley?
Yeah, but hold on, dude. Wait. I don't think I have that clip.
Oh, you don't have that clip?
Oh, whoops. I didn't scroll down far enough. But keep talking. Talk really slow. And it's coming. It's coming.
So
it's
yeah,
coming.
man. You remember all that stuff that happened with Noe G, right? How much fun it was to have him on the show. It was crazy because he was in jail, folks. And then his cousin, who was a DJ, got to come and DJ there, and they had like In-N-Out or something, or hot dogs or something. Remember? I think one special day a year in jail, he got to book a DJ there, and it was his cousin. And then he did it the next year, but for some reason they didn't want his cousin, and then they were like, "Hey, are you trying to get everybody drunk?" And he had a little tequila bottle like this,
and it was empty. It was
empty. It was empty. Yeah, and it was
geez.
his son's grandfather. Was the warden at the prison.
Yeah, I do have the clip though. I do have the clip.
Okay, great. Because none of those stories about prison were my favorite story about prison, and Adelaide's favorite story about prison either that Noe G told us. Why don't you play this clip, Adelaide?
All right, here we go.
Got first place on Christmas decorating because I made a bunch of decorations out of backyard with a bunch of dudes.
But what did you have to join a gang? Like, how did you do this?
I didn't. It wasn't like that. I was in a lower level yard. I was only doing 2 years, so it was like a level 1 yard. It was like dorm living and all that. Our dorm actually got first place on Christmas decorating because I made a bunch of decorations out of Christmas stuff. You know, the bugler cans. I have pictures. Out of the bugler cans, I made like a train, like a choo-choo train. You know. So we put that on the bottom of this fake tree, and I did like a fake. Like a chimney in the back, and our dorm got first place. We won because of my artistic. I like to draw crazy. Too, so
I wish they would have just let you have turntables the whole time. That would have been super dope. If they're like, "Look, man,
that would be nice."
I know, but you did sell drugs, bro. You're not supposed to do that.
Yeah.
So
I came out done that part. I came out, and I've worked ever since, man.
I don't blame you, bro.
I'm not blessed with good jobs. You know,
I'm not cut out for that life. I'm not a gangbanger. I'm none of that stuff, bro. You know, I'm not a tough guy.
Well, I wasn't a gangbanger, but I ran around with a lot of people that.
No, I know cats that were gangbang affiliated when I was growing up, but I wasn't about to do dumb stuff. I was always afraid of jail, bro. I will not lie to you. 2 things I was afraid of when I was a kid. 1 was jail. 2 was crack.
That's the way to end it. Jail and crack.
I mean, there were 2 things I was afraid of.
No, EG though, man. I didn't, dude. When he said Bugles cans, was he talking about Pringles?
I guess
that's what I was thinking because the round ones and stuff.
I
It's
mean,
like,
whatever.
let
He
me
was
get you
really
to train.
proud of that. He was proud of that. Like he was telling us he got his master's degree or something. He was, you know what I mean? He was like, "No, I won it." I'm like, "That's a weird thing to win." He's like, "I have pictures of it," and I was like, "Where did you get a camera? You're in jail."
Oh, it's true, dude. Shout out to Swift hopping on. What's up, fellas? What's
But
up,
knowing,
DJ
man,
Swift?
that was a funny interview. Some of them are
Yeah.
funny and serious. But anyway, so
Yeah.
that's how we wasted the last 3 months of our lives. Hope you guys enjoyed it. What's up?
There's one more. We did get the DJ Wild one.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this one was really cool. I guess it's a nice one to end on. This is a heartwarming one because DJ Wild one. First of all, DJ Wifey's cousin. There's no EG right there, man. Was it Pringles cans, no EG?
Oh yeah. No EG. It was Pringles cans, Bugles cans. I was like, those are.
I mean,
not
no
that
EG
it's
was
that big a
proud of
deal.
that, dude. It was dope.
And no EG is so creative. It could have been either one, Bugles or Pringles. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I don't think Bugles come in a can though, bro. They come in a bag.
You would have been trained out of bags.
God bless him. Wait, he's about to tell you.
Oh,
Buglers.
the tobacco cans.
Oh, the tobacco cans.
I'm thinking Bugles.
I know. Yeah, so did I.
Oh, my bad. Bugler cans.
That must be what they chew tobacco in prison, Adley. What's wrong with you not knowing the brand?
That's so great,
prison
dude.
tobacco.
Oh my gosh,
Anyways,
dude, that's awesome.
This story gets heartwarming because, like, dude, these people are so much more DJs than we are. Every one of them. Every one of these DJs we've interviewed, it makes me embarrassed to use the same word to describe myself. You agree with
Right?
me?
I know what you're saying.
You agree with me? I'm telling you the truth, man. These people live it, they breathe it. Like the old school is in them. The old school, like where you're like, whoa, man, I don't even remember that song. And they start singing, you're like, oh, I do remember that song. Like the stories, the just everything is so dope. But the one thing that was really dope to me is just this idea of family, like Wifey's family. So we had Wildwood on. We did not know he was Wifey's cousin.
Right.
But his dad was a DJ and his son was a DJ. And I was like, man, you guys should have some sort of like a band. And so I was trying to put this together with Ad and Wild One and Chaos. And that's the clip that Adley played at the beginning.
Oops.
To just give you a little preview of how good the show was going to be.
Yes. Oh yeah. But this is a great one. So here's the clip.
So have you, Chaos, have you ever DJ with your Tata before or no?
No.
What is going on here?
Gotta get that. Gotta make that happen.
Hey, he's retired.
No, there ain't no such thing as retired if your grandson
retirement.
is DJing.
He comes and watches me during whenever I play.
Hey, whenever we call him and tell him that he's DJing, he's there.
No, I know
He
he's
does come
there,
through.
but
That's
I want to see. This is my daydream, like the Jackson 5 type of thing. 3 decks right there. The old man's on straight vinyl. You're on the CD decks, and then he's on Serato, and then like some invisible scratch pickles type stuff. That's my daydream.
It's not only us though. It's my I have a sister that DJs.
Oh, she's gonna be there too. Then we gotta have a 4th deck. Now we gotta come up with a name for your crew. What's the name of the crew, Adley?
I don't know. We'll have to think of something, but yeah, the Jackson 5 in that vein kind of sounds cool.
Yeah, man.
Something like that.
And Chaos is like Michael Jackson, right? Because he's young and cute. He'll come out like all the young ladies be screaming for him and stuff. Now that also makes me wonder. Is DJing still cool? Even I don't even know. What do you say, Chaos?
Yeah, DJing's still cool to me. I like it. I like it a lot.
That's not the answer I'm asking. I'm asking.
You got some groupies?
Yeah.
I mean followers?
Oh yeah, some.
You do. You got some followers. Okay.
Are you saying as in people that want to do it as well,
or just come to watch you?
Pretty girls.
Oh yeah,
it's neat that you play records in front of them.
I mean, I have the whole school for me.
Oh now, really?
Can you get them bumping? Can you get? Can you turn that party out or no?
Oh yeah, I DJ'd my formal.
Wow. Is Chaos going to end up in the clubs here pretty soon or what? I'm nervous. He seems so nice and innocent.
16 is way different now than it was then, huh? Because like you were like, you got any groupies? And he's like, what does that mean? And I'm like, oh man. like we're trying to steer away from it too. I'm trying to steer out of the skid. I'm like pretty girls that like listening to your records.
Oh, sorry, Chaos, man. Hopefully he comes back on. Hopefully
but like that was really neat. But at the same time, like I just don't think DJs. I think this is the generation. This is it. Like we've lived in a magic generation, and we're magicians. They got to play records for people.
I wonder. Sadly, are video games gamers replacing the DJ? Because the gamer's an entertainer.
Sure, but I could care less. They're not entertaining. I could care less because these stories that we've heard that you just this is the ones you heard tonight. What gamer's gonna have these stories, bro? DJ is something that is impressed. Like once you've done it, that's it. That's what you are. It's kind of like being a Marine, I guess. I mean, I'm not trying to be disrespectful to the Marines, but like once you're a DJ, you're kind of in the fraternity. Even like P Fresh says, I'm bagging on him and whatnot. It's like, nah, man, he's in the fraternity. I'll bag on him though. He's in the fraternity. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's definitely a brotherhood and sisterhood for some, and it's just watching these clips. It's like, you know what? It's sad that season 4 is over, but I'm super pumped for season 5.
I'm super pumped for our 2-week hiatus. Woo!
Well, you'll be working. I'll be building my list of guests.
Yeah. I mean, we're going to be working on a funnel. We're going to be obviously we're revamping because it's the next season, and we got to be fresh and hip and no cap. What's the other one they do? Sheesh. What's the other one they do?
Oh my gosh, I'm out of the loop. But
isn't there something with the heroin or something like that?
Oh yeah, sheesh.
That's
sheesh. Thing. Yeah, that's the.
That sounds.
I've been lagging on my TikTok game, but bro, because even these are 6 months old.
That sounds cap to me.
These, cap or no cap.
All right, do you have
the confusion?
Do we have any stories that we had left, or just do one story and then call it a day? Because I love doing stories.
I think I got a couple, but I didn't really get to vet them like I usually do.
Good.
But I'll throw some funnier. Yeah, I'll throw some titles out for you. Rick Ross mocks the driver after discovering a suspect item in his back seat. I actually watched the video; it's pretty funny. Nori claims he pioneered reggaeton in America. Just Ice says RZA altercation in Wu-Tang and American Saga, that show on Hulu. He says it's a lie. And Pusha T responds to Ukraine's Minister of Defense combat tweet. They mentioned some Pusha T lyrics in a tweet.
Okay,
Ukraine did.
These are all the weirdest stories with people I've never heard of. So let's just have some fun and do the Pusha T.
Pusha T. Now, Pusha T is part of the Clips and Grindin'. You remember that song, Mike?
Grindin'. Oh, part of the Clips. I got you.
Yeah,
oh, yeah, Grindin'.
Yeah.
All the time in.
That one. Yeah. So that was.
In.
And then
I'm making that song up, dude. I never heard that song before.
Grindin'. Yeah, you have. It was produced by Pharrell.
No, dude. I started listening to music in like 2000, but go ahead, please.
Okay. Well, Pusha T has responded to Ukraine's Ministry of Defense after it used some of his lyrics to celebrate Ukraine's victories in the ongoing Russian-Ukrainian war. The Ministry of Defense had used a lyric from Pusha T's 2013 track, Numbers on the Board, which appeared on his debut solo project, My Name Is My Name. Okay, and they used it to show that the country was holding strong against Putin's Russian offensive. And the quote is, I put numbers on the board, the Ukraine Ministry of Defense wrote on a Twitter, alongside a chart detailing their victories over Russia. The chart shows Putin's Russian forces have experienced massive casualties since they invaded Ukraine. In total, 50,000 Russian forces have been eliminated, along with 2,000 tanks, 4,500 armored combat vehicles, 1,100 artillery units, 300 rocket launcher systems, etc., etc. And then
that's a lot of stuff, man. That's a big tweet.
Yeah, it's all it's like a screenshot, kind of like, and it shows the tanks and then whatever, blah, 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 the rocket launchers, and the tweet is, I put numbers on the board, and then they actually tagged at Pusha T.
Oh wow!
And then Pusha T says, "Great taste in music for the win." I don't know, man. Do you think? I mean, Russia's pretty powerful, man. Do you want to be like even Ukraine shouting you out like, "Oh yeah, Pusha T, check this out"?
I don't want anybody to know who I am.
But then
I don't want anybody. Yeah, I only want cool people to know who I am. DJs. That's it. I want to be like I just want to have a big following of DJs by DJs.
Dude, a military of a country shouted you out in a Twitter.
There's got to be a lot of DJs in the world, bro. If we can just get them all to watch the show, we'll be fine. We don't need no military shouting us out. Could you imagine that, bro? I'll be like, I don't know nothing about that.
Yeah, it's crazy. Oh, and Danny P, I like tacos.
Oh man, I thought I had a Danny clip. I didn't send you a Danny clip.
He was in season 4, wasn't he? He had to be.
Oh, I missed the Danny clip. That was
we'll get that one. Yeah,
that was a great one
because
he talks about meeting Too Short.
Oh, nice.
So good. I wish I would have. I don't know why I didn't send that clip. That was probably one of those ones that got deleted.
I wonder. But check this out though. Pusha T's lyrics.
He's a weirdo.
It's odd, but he's rapping and stuff, and dude, he does make good music still. But he did quote MSNBC's chief legal correspondent.
Dude, you know how cool you have to be over 50 and say that Pusha T makes good music? Like, bro, you got to be like actual Keanu Reeves cool to say some stuff like that, or maybe Brad Pitt stuff. Like, I'm not mad at Pusha T because here's why: I'm not supposed to listen to Pusha T. Like, the young people, if you hate the Beastie Boys, I understand. If I'd never heard anything that sounded like that and I heard it, I'm like, this is awful. I'd be like, okay. I mean, if that's how you feel about it, you know.
Yeah, I don't know, but then
I like old music, man.
So there's better artists that Ukraine could have quoted. I'm trying to think of a good lyric that would be okay.
Hail Mary.
Ambitions of a Rada.
And that'd be even doper because then if Tupac responded, he'd be like, "Oh, I knew he wasn't dead."
Is the Ukraine Ministry of Defense trying to show how cool they are?
I think everybody's always trying to show how cool they are. You know who the epitome of I'm trying to show you how cool I am, and he's not cool at all? That fat nerd that's on TV. What's that British fat nerd? What's his name?
Oh, James Gordon?
Yeah, dude, that dude must have naked pictures of every politician in America to be on television. He is unfunny. And they're like, you watch around with his shirt off. It's like, come on, bro. I'm trying to eat dinner. I'm trying to eat dinner right now. It's not called for.
Dude, I'm thinking too, man. What about Public Enemy? There's got to be some great lines from Public Enemy to use if you're at war. Rage Against the Machine.
Dude,
there's tons.
You're trying to be hip, bro. You don't play that on TikTok.
Yeah. And then the other thing is, dude, you're at war. People are dying. You're trying to be cool right now?
I don't know, bro. I'm all checked out. I don't know nothing about this Ukraine stuff anymore. Yeah, I don't. I can't figure out what's going on anymore.
Do you think Russia's gonna clap back on the Twitter?
I don't know if Russia's gonna clap back on the Twitter, but it's like, you know how many hackers live in Russia? And they have no lack of energy whatsoever. Where the state you live in, California, is about to face a rolling blackout if you turn your air conditioner up.
Yes. I live in California.
Would you be talking trash? I'm not talking head to somebody like that, dude.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh yeah, Mike, you were there when my camera went out.
Yeah.
When it overheated.
Yeah, dude. I saw this video from your governor, and he was like, "Hey, y'all, can you keep the ACs at like 78 or something like that?" Meanwhile, he was wearing a sweater in the video. It's like, how cold is it in that room, dude? You got to wear a sweater.
Oh, jeez.
You did it, Californians. You did it. Dude, like that guy reminds me of Rod Serling on cocaine, dude. And Rod Serling already looked like he was on cocaine. What's up, DJ EVP?
EVP, what's happening?
I'm just making fun of your governor. See, I have no fear about that. But Putin, nah, man, I like Putin. He's a cool dude, man. I got nothing against that dude.
I'm not trying to stir it up with Russia.
Yeah, like me and Adelaide know who we could talk jazz about. I said, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do to us, government? We don't like you no more. Oh my
goodness!
Start acting right.
Yeah, this is crazy. I gotta see some of the. No good comments right now. So, all right. Well, on the Pusha T.
Oh,
Let's see.
God bless Pusha T.
This is these comments are. Well, I'll leave those up. You can look those up yourself. But next story. Moving on. Okay, just now. See, I'm gonna go with the Rick Ross story.
Rick Ross is the boss.
Rick Ross. He ridicules his Uber driver after discovering something weird in the back seat. Now, Rick Ross has demanded answers out of his driver after the MMG mogul found a bizarre item that he was traveling in. The item in question was a wig, which Ricky Rose laid on his driver's shoulder before calling him out in a video posted to Instagram. "We got picked up," Rick Ross says to the camera before asking his friend to pass him the wig. "See that say a lot about a driver. Is this yours?" The driver responds, "Absolutely not." "What is this? What you do after work?" Ricky Rose says, laughing. "What you do after work? Answer the question." The driver goes on to say that somebody left the wig in the car, but Ross remains skeptical. "Why would somebody leave a wig scalp?" he said. "That's a scalp." It was kind of, when they do hair extensions and they got like a row of stuff, because my mom does hair extensions, so I know this. But it was one of those, and he was putting it on the driver's shoulder, like, "Man, what is this? What you doing?" Yeah, so it's like, I don't know. It was pretty embarrassing, but what are you supposed to do if Rick Ross? What are you supposed to do if Rick Ross is clowning you on his Instagram Live and you're like, yeah,
I'd be like, ChinoBrothers.com, Chino Brothers YouTube, Chino Brothers.
Yeah.
That's all we do the whole time.
I'll tell you why there's a wig in my car if you go to ChinoBrothers.com. Thank you very much. Yeah,
that's the only thing. And I have my phone out. I'll have my phone out. I'll film the other half of it. Like,
I'll just be like,
"Hey,
all right, let
fat
me
boy,
flip this.
sit your cop ass down."
Go pay your Wingstop employees.
Yeah, but in real life, it would just be a green screen, and I'd have him walking around in the back, and I'd be standing there like that, like I'm a tough guy.
And here's another question I have for you, Rick Ross. Why are you taking an Uber?
I don't know, dude.
Don't you have a driver in cars?
Aren't you? Isn't Rick Ross scary enough though? Like, okay, who are you more scared of,
Yeah.
Rick Ross or Putin?
Putin, because he's running a whole country, but Rick Ross is pretty scary though.
I
Yeah,
know,
there's
dude,
no
but
question. Yeah,
Putin,
he's
man, I
pretty
think
scary.
I'm more scared of Putin than Rick Ross.
Yeah, but Rick Ross is up there. Didn't Mickey Rockhat deal with him?
No, yeah, it was Rick Ross. Yeah,
I erased his stuff that one time, and then thankfully, Control Z will save lives, man. Woo! I was scared. He's like, "You erased my S." Yeah,
I've never heard of Control Z before.
that's the undo shortcut.
Oh my gosh.
Undo. So no matter what you do, it's undo.
All right,
Yeah.
Rick Ross. Well, we just made fun of you. Please don't shoot us. What's our last story?
That's what I'm saying, DJ Doc. He owns $1 million in rides and takes an Uber. So, yeah, but he's Rick Ross. So,
What's wrong with taking an Uber?
Dude, if you got millions of dollars,
Is taking an Uber the middle class Walmart?
Taking an Uber is taking a taxi.
This guy's supposed to ride in a limousine everywhere he goes. He's like, I'm going to Lucky's to get some apples. I don't want to take the limousine, but I don't own another vehicle besides my Ferrari. I'll just have someone else drive me on an Uber.
DoorDash, man. He could have DoorDashed that. But I don't know. I think he's Rick Ross. Dude, it's about flossing though, right? You got to look fancy all the time and you're in an Uber.
I don't know, dude. I like being in an Uber sometimes. You ever been in a whack Uber, dude? Get in there, smells like cigarettes. Dude's playing crappy music. Like, what is going on here, bro?
A broken window with the plastic on it.
No, I haven't had that bad.
You haven't had that?
I haven't had that bad.
Most Ubers have been pretty decent for the most part.
Not mine. Not mine, bro. Dude, when I Ubering, it's like, man, do they go to the West Virginia Fair and just grab people and bring them to Pittsburgh to do this? Dude, one time me and Sherilyn were Ubering downtown, and the driver, no lie, fell asleep behind the wheel. No lie, fell asleep behind the wheel. I am not lying. He was snoring.
Carla from hey, what's up, Carla? Uber sponsoring this. They should.
Yeah, I don't know.
We're down.
Not
the way after this story.
Dude, one time I was Ubering from the north side, from like the hood at 2 a.m. And this lady shows up in like a Honda Civic, and it's just like a 47-year-old lady. I'm like, man, are you crazy? She's like, oh, I like to, do this. I'm from West Virginia, but once the sun starts coming up, I drive people to the airport, and that's how I make my living. I'm like, all right.
Was it like an old beat up Honda?
No, it was like a, just old enough to be, I can Uber this Honda, but there's like a blanket on the back seat.
Ooh, so there's some weird stains in it there, probably.
I don't know, man. I laid down. I was tired. It was like 2 a.m. I was like, oh my gosh, thank you.
Did you wake up all itchy?
I mean, bro, I've lived a herpes-free life in a germ-filled world, bro. I don't know how it's happened. You know me, bro.
Imagine.
I know, but how much of a cockroach life have I lived? Nothing can hurt me anymore. It's like
you're like, smells a little funny, but I'm tired. I'm
I'm like the huge.
She's chain smoking in the front.
No, she wasn't the one that smoked. Dude, here's the thing. I got an Uber to the airport. This guy must have just put his cigarette out when we got in the car. I'm like, oh my gosh. Had the windows down in the middle of Pittsburgh winter. I'm like, oh my gosh, what are we doing? He's bumping some crappy music. Yeah, and then when you get dropped off, you gotta give them a rating and a tip. I'm like, I don't even want to do that, man. I'm just gonna pretend like I didn't see it. I'm just gonna close the app.
Oh, geez, dude. And Uber's got to be a tough gig, though, dude, right? You know, people have done it. Do you know anybody that's actually done Uber?
Mad people have done it to come to my shop. But it's almost like a shot collar thing for white, like suburban dudes. They're like, yeah, I'm going to Uber. Like, dude, I had this one cat. His name was Sean, and he just started making Uber YouTube videos. Like, that's how much into Ubering he was, dude. This dude was like, he was psycho but cool at the same time. He carried a 45, and he was always on the edge of losing his mind. And I hung out with him all the time, dude. He hated Jesus. He used to get real mad at me for being a Christian and not owning a gun.
Oh my
god! We had the greatest conversations, man. It was so much fun. I love talking to this dude.
That's hilarious, dude.
Yeah,
he does
dude.
Uber and makes a living.
Yeah, he did that for a year, and he made these. Oh, dude, I should have. Oh man, we should someday. We'll share his YouTube video so you can see him, dude. But like, I'm telling you, bro, like, oh my gosh. And then like he came to the conclusion that his wife had been cheating on him while he was at my shop, and I was like, Sean, please do not go home and murder that dude. Please do not go home and murder that dude because I don't want to be on the news. And he was like, no, I won't do it. I won't do it.
Oh my gosh, dude. That sounds scary. And he's driving people around and stuff too.
Yeah, dude. I never thought about that.
Oh my gosh. See, this dude could snap it. I saw some meme. It's all like, okay, don't get in cars with strangers. And then it's all later. It's all, okay, don't hang out with people from the internet. And then boom, Uber, stranger, just met him. And you're in the back of the car with them. Oh, geez,
dude, I'm telling you, dude, this guy, he was like, it was fun because I was just telling him about Jesus and he get mad at me. I love telling him about Jesus. I don't know why I couldn't stop telling about this dude about Jesus.
Oh,
and every time I talk about Jesus, he gets so mad. I'll be like, all right, well, shouldn't have asked. Because he would ask, that's why he'd be like, how can you believe in Jesus or this? I'm like, okay, well, 1 Corinthians. But nah, you asked. I have to answer you now. Yeah, dude.
That's great.
And like his daughters love me because I got their dad off cigarettes. Like, yeah, dude. And he loved his daughters so much. And he'd come in and tell me stories about them. And like, dude, that was back when America was fun before the COVID-19 happened to us.
Yeah, because Uber is super convenient and it's fairly cheap. I felt for the most part. Obviously, you have those when a concert lets out, all the prices go up or whatever. If you're leaving,
this guy knew how to work all the hockey games, all the football games, all the baseball games. Like he knew how to work the South Side, which is the main. Like it's this big giant drag where people just party from one end of bars to the other end of bars, and so people just want to trip from one bar to the next bar because they're too lazy to walk.
Yeah.
So he just do that all night. Boom, 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 boom.
Oh, that's funny. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
dude,
then you pick up the airport crowd. Dude, he had it all down to a science. He's like, if you're not doing that, you're not making money. Then like 6 months later, he's like, my transmission is going out in my car.
Oh, I do, dude. Tim was just watching too, and he used to be an Uber driver, and he's like, "Yeah, dude, it ruined the car, dude." He was telling us like, "Yeah, man, something blew out, and they couldn't. It was out of the warranty."
Driving all day.
Oh Oh, jeez.
If you don't drive all day, hey, dude, like my maintenance light has been on in my car for probably like 2 months. I'm like, whatever, bro. You're a Toyota. Just deal with it.
Mine's had the airbag light go. It pops off and on,
Oh.
on, off. It's a thing, and I was like, "Oh shoot!"
You're way longer in life in your car than I am. I only have 75,000 miles on my car.
Oh, I'm double that. Yeah, almost double that. Almost double.
I have 75,000 miles on a Toyota, dude. I'm like, this thing's lasting forever, bro. I'm never getting rid of this thing.
Dude, let me ask you this. I know you got money now, but before you had money, side hustle wise, would you rather Uber or remember I worked at the smog place or do the smog place?
Probably the smog place, dude.
Yeah.
Bro, there's too many weirdos out there. I don't want them in my car. Think how bad your car would smell, and you'd always have to keep your car clean. You can never have your books back there. You know, if you
fast food wrappers.
like,
You don't need fast food, but trash.
Yeah. You know, I like vaping. What if it's like it's a 45-minute drive? I can't take a vape. It's like fudge. You know what I mean? No, I don't want to Uber. But if I had to, I would. You know what I mean? But I like the idea of Uber Eats because then you don't have to deal with people. You know,
you drop off their food and stuff.
Everything's already paid. You don't have to worry about standing there. All right, count your change. Hold on, I think I got change. You know what I mean?
Maybe take a couple fries, maybe of their order.
No, I'm not doing that.
No,
no, I'm not that hungry.
But before when you were hungry, was it you or one of your friends that would take a couple pepperonis off the pizza?
When I was hungry,
he'd deliver pizzas. Take pepperonis off.
Did you just take the pepperonis off? Fries were always gone. Like if I was working for like a rib place that sold fries, your fries are coming up short, son. You better not have the end bone, son. Although the rib place was dope because they let you eat all the pulled pork you wanted, as much as you wanted. Yeah, and it was dope. But you had to do prep cook work and all that. So that was a hard one.
Did you actually ever take a full slice of pizza and then move the pizza around?
No. You
never
can't
did
do
that.
something like that. No, you can't do something. But the thing is the real trick is you walk in the cooler and you just stick your hands in the big giant box of pepperoni and shove it in your pocket. You just keep it pushing, dude.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious! You put it in your pocket, no Ziploc, nothing. Snacking on pepperoni. Oh, that's hilarious.
We're almost honey to yo. Anybody want some pepperoni or no? Nah, I'm good. Okay.
Some pocket pepperoni.
Little
lint on it. Oh,
yeah, like pizza. I don't think it was. It wasn't pizza. It was like fries at the like, you know, I'm delivering, you know, or like pastrami, dude. I used to work at this Jewish deli, and they had these pastrami sandwiches that were the size of your head, dude. They were amazing. But there'd always be like one piece of pastrami falling off, and I would just yank that fudger and throw it right in my mouth. And walk that. Dude, the chicken liver, I would do the same thing. I'll pull one of them chicken livers off and hide it for myself. Oh man, I loved it. I love being a grimy waiter that probably was breaking every code, dude. It was delicious though.
That's great. Remember at Desert Cafe, they'd make you a meal. I'd make the chicken, beef, whatever burrito, but put everything in it.
Dude,
I put enchiladas in it, man.
I used to steal a piece of cake from Desert Cafe every morning and a muffin in the afternoon, dude, from that case, dude.
Yeah, they didn't know, dude. I didn't keep track of that stuff.
I think they did. They kept doing it. Desert cafes suck, bro. Like people will leave you a quarter for a tip. You're like, wait, what year is this, dude?
I was in the back. I was cooking with Tom with Baby Dicky Smooth, and you were the waiter. Oh my gosh, dude. Yeah, cheap tippers, dude. Oh, the worst.
Well, I'll say this. I don't know. So you're saying if I have to rewind and I get to do my side hustle plus my regular job?
Yeah.
My side hustle is going to be some sort of Craigslist thing. Like I'll come clean your gutters or I'd learn how to do some sort of like, you know, power washing siding or something like that. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
I'll come power wash your house for $75, whatever it is.
Okay. That's cool. Yeah. But Rick
what
Ross.
What would yours be?
I don't know. Part of me feels like I'd want to be behind the scenes more and not be out in front. But every job you got to deal with the public sometimes. Would you ever do? Who was that one? Someone was telling us about how they just get candy bars and walk around the neighborhood and sell them door to door.
No,
I'll just take my son, my 11-year-old son,
No, I
out and be
would
like,
not do
"Hey,
that.
let's do this, bro. We're gonna sell these."
I'm not. I wouldn't do that.
Hershey candy bars. No, you wouldn't do that. Why not?
No, that was Ilflo, but he was
Ilflo,
like, yeah, man, I really learned how to sell from that guy, and he taught me a valuable trade. But I wouldn't sell candy bars, dude. Because there's so much other things you can do now that would make more money. Like, why do I want $1 times how many houses do I got to keep going to?
Yeah, that's true. That's a
I gotta
lot
go
of
to
walking.
50 houses, 70 houses. Okay, look at that. I got $30 after I walked to 70 houses because more than half the people said no, but I learned how to sell. Hey, Mike, what are you doing? I'm on my 5th house, bro. They're giving me $85 a house. It takes about 20 minutes.
Oh, that's great.
You know
but
what I
Uber,
mean?
no, I don't know. Uber. People have told me they're like, dude, I did my tax returns after I did Uber for a year, and I think I made $12 because you got to pay for gas, insurance, obviously wear and tear. A transmission goes out, dude. Shoot, you're done.
I can't figure out like I can't figure out if side hustles are good or if side hustles are bad. Because like I feel like everybody should have a side hustle unless they're a business owner that has multiple businesses and is starting a podcast. But even with that, dude, I was day trading today.
Nice. So that's a side hustle,
dude. I dumped Wish at $1.24, and I bought it back at $1.20.
Okay.
So you get 800 extra shares. But the only way you do that is if you bought under the 144. So I bought at the 131. Then I started noticing, I'm like, dude, this is going way lower. So as soon as it hit 131, I dumped out. I was like, forget that. I dumped out. And then when it went down to 124, I bought in. And then when it went up to 131 again, I dumped out. So that's how I've been dollar cost averaging. But that's neither here nor there. I did that.
That's a side hustle.
I did that also while I was editing that Chino thing we just did, while I was working at work, while I was working with Brandon.
Oh, that's great.
I know I multitask very well.
Very nice.
I guess those are my side hustles, folks. All right, you want to read this last story, or you want to call it a night?
I don't know if this is I'll read it, and we could keep it short and sweet, really.
All right, go for
it. Nori claims he pioneered reggaeton in America.
Oh my gosh!
And he's taking credit for introducing reggaeton from his 2004 song "Oye Mi Canto," featuring Nina Sky and a bunch of other guys. Oh well, Daddy Yankee was on it. Tego Calderon. I don't know the other ones. And the Queen's native took to his Twitter. Oh, dude, everybody uses Twitter. I didn't know that. But like the hip hop dudes. But a fan was making a point that the rapper was the king of reggaeton. And according to Nori, he's not too sure of the title, but he's confident he's a pioneer in the genre in the United States. Quote, maybe not the king, but I damn sure made it pop in America. Nobody did reggaeton until I did. Facts.
Wasn't Daddy Yankee before him or no?
Well, this Oye Mi Canto song with Daddy Yankee was a song that even in radio we played this song.
Yeah, no, but when was Punta La Gasolina? I felt like that was like 99. Dame ma gasolina.
Yeah, that was a Daddy. I felt like it was around the same time.
Nobody knows what that guy's saying. I don't care if you speak Spanish or not.
Even if you speak Spanish, hey,
you don't understand that, dude.
Oh my gosh, Daddy Yankee was probably around that time. So 2004, yeah.
I think he's the king of reggaeton.
But
Daddy Yankee.
Now,
dude, you remember when LA had like 10 reggaeton stations? And it was hip at first. It was like, dude, this is really dope. And after about 5 reggaeton songs, you're like, I think I'm done with this. It's like house music.
Yeah, you agree with me? It's cool. It had its day, and then it's like, okay, let it go.
Do you think it's like house music? Do you think reggaeton is hip hop's house, like Latin hip hop's house music?
Yeah, I could see that too, where it kind of came. It lasted for a while, but I gotta adjust. I'm sorry, but it lasted for a while, but then it kind of went back to dying out again, and it's still influenced because it is basically hip hop, but a little bit different, right?
I don't know. Is it hip hop? because the beats are like, you know what I mean? Yeah, exactly.
That's every reggaeton beat, pretty
That
much.
is true. That is
Yeah.
But when
I
you
don't
first
know.
hear it, it sounds dope, dude. When you first hear
Yeah,
reggaeton,
you're
you're
like,
like, I'm listening to some
oh,
sort of like
dude.
cool music. This is what the cool kids listen to. It's kind of like the first time you saw an Affliction shirt. You know, you're like, that's kind of cool, huh? Then you step back for a second, you're like, it's kind of douchebaggy, bro. I ain't about it. I like Pitbull though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and Pitbull was he rapped in English and Spanish, well,
Yeah.
but he was dope too. Maybe it was something about just hearing Spanish rap.
I think Pitbull had a lot of talent also though. Like because Pitbull was
Party
like
dude. Yeah.
he was like the Flo Rida of Latin rappers. At the same time, Flo Rida was the Flo Rida of Flo Riders. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, Pitbull was like, you know what? You don't have a Latin one of those, so let me get through here. Excuse me, folks.
Yeah.
I'm sexy. And it's like, man, you don't even lift weights, dude. He's like, yep, I got to be better scam than Flo Rida. Boom, boom, boom. I love America. Boom, boom, boom. Here comes Shakira. You know what I mean?
Yeah, true. So whether Nori did or not,
whatever, dude.
Whatever. Yeah.
I'm talking about the real Pitbull, dude. That dude's gonna be the Jay-Z of reggaeton.
Yeah. Wait, who?
Pitbull.
Oh, yeah. He's actually coming to Bakersfield too this month with Iggy Azalea.
Hold on. You don't think Pitbull is the Jay-Z of reggaeton? However, you just told me that concert lineup, and that doesn't sound like something Jay-Z would do, though.
I had to do a double take. Like, wait, Iggy Azalea? Has she had a song in 10 years? And I think she had one song, right?
Is
Fancy
Pitbull
was her, right?
broke? That's what I'm asking. Like, Pitbull, don't be in the same room with that girl, and we can't tell if you're broke or not.
I just got something via email or something. Maybe Danny showed me. It's all, hey, the Pitbull party pack. Get 4 tickets for $82.
That's a pretty good deal.
That's $20 a piece.
That's a pretty good deal.
That's to see Pitbull, the Jay-Z of Latin hip hop, for $20. Woo! With Iggy Azalea.
Dude, Iggy Azalea probably looks rough too, huh? Because she's probably like 34 and a ton of cocaine behind her. So like her all the plastic surgery stuff she did when she was in her 20s. Oh man, Iggy Azalea is not going to be good. I hope Pitbull doesn't come out. Dude, what if Pitbull comes out with like a Trump flag or something?
Oh, they'll love him in Bakersfield. But if
Maybe
it's a
that's why he's
Latin
coming
crowd,
to-
they won't.
Maybe that's why he's coming to Bakersfield.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know. I wonder if it's selling. What if it gets canceled?
Why would he get canceled?
I don't know. They just hit me up today for a promotion, and I'm all like, speaking of the Jay-Z of Latin hip hop, Malix.
Oh
What up,
man!
Chinos?
Welcome to our last episode of season 4, Mally. We got to have you on
Angel.
season 5.
Give that man a contract.
Help me out here. Is Pitbull dope or is Pitbull whack? Because I still see him as dope, but like you can't do stuff like this, Pitbull. If I see that you're like at a rib fest, it starts making me wonder what's going on around here. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Here's the thing. And I mean, he's cool, but then I think this is 3 years ago. He made a song, and he's on the yacht with a bunch of girls around him, and his pants are pulled up like past his belly button. Like he wears them real high, like a dad. But is that a thing?
It is a thing if he says it's a thing. Pitbull's like the Fonz, dude. He gets to make stuff up. Think about Pharrell, dude. He wears them weird hats, but nobody says anything. Nobody's like, that is the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my life. And anyone else who wears it looks weirder than you, Pharrell. But that's what they're thinking. You ever see a white person wear the Pharrell hat? And you're just like, bro, that's almost
Like,
racial appropriation, bro. You're not supposed to wear that weird Winnie the Pooh hat. Like, minimally, you have to be Puerto Rican to wear that hat.
Yeah, what about, and you think about it, like Nick Cannon and the Turbans. Why is that not catching on? It's so cool.
Dude, do you think he was hoping for it to catch on? Or do you think he is trying to present himself as royalty, where he's like, look, because I wear this weird hat that looks like a scrunched up towel, I get to just keep having babies with random models. And y'all can't say nothing because of the hat. Because it kind of does make him feel like a swami, right? When he's wearing the whatever that thing's called.
Yeah, because I don't get a ton of chicks, but I'm not to the point where I'm gonna rock a turban thinking like this is gonna work, man. No, I'm not at that point yet.
Dude,
I
think
don't
about
know.
it. That guy is so famous and good looking that he can wear that weird thing. And I'm sure who just had his baby yesterday, whoever that person was, had his like 18th baby,
Yeah.
was a model. I'm positive.
Yeah. Do you think the baby has a matching turban?
I can see that. Like a gaudy looking suit with some weird looking shoes. I can see that.
Let's go back to the Pharrell hat. Pharrell's super cool, man. But man, those hats.
I'm not mad at Pharrell, dude. He makes great music.
Great music. Mia Khalifa, you wouldn't wear the towel, even if it's Mia Khalifa. Mia Khalifa. Is that like a porn star or something?
I don't know,
Malix,
Malix.
who is that?
You're 10 years younger than us, one, and you act 10 years younger than you actually are. So, like, if either of us knew who that person was, think how creepy it is. Adley was trying to push off a couple minutes ago that he was into Pusha T. He kept, oh no, Push is my homeboy. That dude is no cap. I'm like, Adley, it doesn't matter. We're old. We're not supposed to listen to that kind of music. I never heard of that cat. I don't even know what story we're talking about. That's what kind of how old I am. What story are we talking about?
Nori and reggaeton.
That's right, man.
Introducing reggaeton.
Pitbull is the king of reggaeton. Unfortunately, he's gonna be him at the Bakersfield pie eating contest.
He's gonna be at a clam fest.
The swap meet. The swap meet this weekend.
With his Malix, come on, man. Pitbull, he wears his pants all high now. What's that about? I think he. I don't know.
Alex probably who booked him in Bakersfield. Alex said, shh, don't tell everybody. I only paid $2,000 for him. You don't know how broke this dude is.
683 Entertainment? Oh, shit.
Like,
We're getting all inside jokes now. Sorry, guys.
How much naked pictures of this dude do you have, Malix? None of your business. I got a lot more concerts.
Girls watching, is Pitbull a sex symbol?
I
Still.
Isn't he supposed to? I feel like he is. I think I'm in a place now where I don't understand what's cool anymore. Like,
yeah, I don't know.
Is Pitbull a Republican?
I don't know. I think so. But remember, we talked about the Yeezys, Kanye's Yeezys, and you're like, those are cool. Those shoes,
dude. We did a midday getaway about it, and I put the shoes up, and they're so ugly. The ugliest shoes I've ever seen in my life.
Why are they so popular?
I have no idea.
I don't get it.
I don't care. This how come you're supposed to die at some age, Adley? These people want to live forever. Like, I want to live to be 107. It's like, not me. If I get to see my grandkids, that's neat. If not, as long as they're out of the house and taken care of by themselves, I can leave.
Yeah. Stick with the shell toes.
Because it gets weirder every day. Oh, I got some brand new Shellies, man. They're so fresh. I wish I was wearing them right now, but I'm wearing my new slippers. And I still think my new slippers look doper than the Yeezy. And I feel like these are the most comfortable shoes I've ever worn. Neither here nor there. Here's my point. Malix needs to get on this Pitbull fella and start selling some tickets or bootlegging tickets or whatever you do, Malix, at this point in your life. Come on, Adley, answer my question. Is bootleg still the Jay-Z of
Is Pitbull the Jay-Z? Oscar,
Yeah.
What's up, guys?
All right, Oscar, answer the question for us. Is Pitbull the Jay-Z of Latin hip-hop?
And you know what's funny? Oscar popping on just reminded me of a Pitbull story. We did a Taco Tuesday lunch with Pitbull, and like 12 people showed up. And you're like, what the heck? Remember that, Oscar? You remember that too, right? That was at the restaurant Casadores.
Was he mad?
No, he was cool. There was one girl,
He
the
kept it
Asian
real
girl was just like,
professional?
oh my gosh, oh Pitbull, oh, and she kept taking pictures and she loved it because there was no competition for his attention and stuff too. He was mad cool though. He's bomb tacos, bro. How can you be mad? He was loving it, man. He was chilling, dude. And then not even close. So you're talking about how many people? There wasn't a lot of people there. I remember that.
Not even 12 is not even close, is what Oscar's saying.
Oh wow.
So
Yeah, it wasn't a lot of people. It was
like
just
7.
It's me, Oscar, and P Fresh.
Dude, those are the worst events to be at, where it's just like your soul is just slipping out of your body, and you're like, I have no talent. Nobody
It's just
listens
like, what's
to me.
going on? It's
I'm
cool
not
to wear my
popular.
pants over my gut. That's cool. We got to
But
find a picture of that.
Is he a sex symbol or is he a sex symbol? You tell me.
I don't think anymore.
Was he?
I think so. I think girls loved him. And
when is not anymore? A month ago? 5 months ago?
3 years ago, I'm going to say.
3 years ago? When did he come out with that Shakira song?
Is that more than 3 years ago?
I feel like it was 2015, maybe.
Oh, was it that long
It's
ago?
going down. We're yelling timber. That one.
Not and even Oscar, not even close to being a Hispanic Jay-Z.
Oscar's a hater, dude. Oscar's a hater. Oscar puts a turban on and pretends like he's a terrorist. And then puts that on Facebook. Is like, what? Why would they block that? I don't understand. Like, Oscar, you don't do this stuff.
Oh,
so you're not getting anybody on
I
your
don't know.
side for the not Latino Jay-Z. Then who is the Latino Jay-Z?
Yeah, because I will say this. Pitbull,
I know who the Latino Jay-Z is.
In the early 2000s.
Uh-oh, Adley froze up. Adley froze up. It's like season 1.
Mid 2000s, he just happened. Did I come back?
Up. Yeah, you came back.
Oh, that was weird. But Pitbull was that dude in the early 2000s. He had a bunch of hits.
Do you see the light in between the time you blurred and the time you came back?
I did see it black out for half a second.
Oh, really? That's
and
crazy.
then came back.
Right.
But he did have a ton of songs. And then you could be at the club DJing and play. You could do a whole hour of Pitbull jams. But if you did it now with a young crowd, they'd probably be like, I don't think so. I don't know. I could be wrong. But Malik says every Pitbull song sounds the same. 04 to 22. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying that his music is awesome or whatever, because I figured out who the Latino Jay-Z is. And you know who it is? Big Pun.
Ooh, interesting. Yeah.
What about Fat Joe? But Adley's freezing up again. I already know what it is. His air conditioning can't be that high because he's in California, and your governor, Kim Jong-un, doesn't want him to turn his air conditioning past 78, folks.
That's
so
right.
He's overheating. Adley, we got to close it off because we're going to keep overheating. All right, you guys, Bad Bunny, actually. Listen to Malik's trying to act like he's young. Ladies, Malik's is so old, man, but he's got a big, steady supply of Viagra. Don't worry about it.
What the heck's going
on?
on?
All right, follow us on the Chino Brothers on YouTube.
Season 5 in 2 weeks.
Season 5 in 2 weeks. We love you guys later. Bang, out of here. And